It's not that resolutions don't work. It's that we're afraid of failing again.
Again. So today we're reframing what a resolution really is and why it still matters.
Yep. We'll see you soon.
It's a beautiful chaos, this roller coaster ride. The ups, the downs are spinning all around inside. It's a beautiful chaos. Sometimes I love, sometimes I hate. Have to pause, renegotiate, but with gratitude I appreciate this beautiful chaos.
Welcome to Beautiful Chaos. Hey, we are in season 2.
Season 2!
We're so excited. This is episode 1 of season 2 of Beautiful Chaos. And our episode title is
Resolve to be resolute, restart, reset, recommit.
Yep. 3 R's. I don't
It's a
know.
lot of R's.
There's a lot of
5
R's.
R's in all of that.
Is
But also, Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New
Welcome
Year.
to 2026. I love a new year. I love a new start. I know that you can start over at the beginning of any month, but there's something about turning over a brand new year and either just feeling like it's a general restart or actually making those resolutions and restarting. And that's what we're going to talk about today.
Right. And a lot of people have, this is my thought, and I could be wrong. So, you can point it out if you want.
I'll do my best.
I know you will. So, sometimes resolution, people get scared of that word. And, because they feel like, oh, I just can't commit to that. Or
Well, and I think you nailed it with the first thing, which is that we're afraid of failing, right? So we set these high expectations for ourselves and we don't necessarily make the right goals to how to get to that high expectation. And so then we fail and we get used to that happening over year after year after year where we set a goal, we don't reach it. So then we're like, I failed again. Oh, well. And then we just don't set goals anymore. So we're going to make that disappear this year.
Yep. So resolution means making a firm decision to do something.
Yep.
So it's choosing to actually commit to making a difference in your life, right? Or to make the change, whatever change it is, whether it's weight loss or creating healthier habits to live longer or whatever it is. But it's not perfection. It's not wishing. What was one of the episodes you said something about
a wish without a plan is just a dream?
Yes.
I think is how that goes. I might be wrong, but it's something like that.
That's perfect. See, we're so
I knew
good
what you were
together,
talking about.
really, because
I was already thinking about it when I saw the words.
oh, that's great.
Yeah. Wishes are dangerous.
Yes, they are. So we kind of already talked about being afraid of setting those expectations and why we failed before. So we have a sheet that we're going to talk about during this episode, and we'll include it in the comments section or
You'll have a link.
you'll have a link somewhere. But it's a structural tension chart because you need to know where you are and be totally honest with yourself about it. So again, it doesn't matter what day of the week it is. It doesn't matter when you start. It doesn't matter if you decide to start making changes in your life at 5:00 in the evening. Right. It doesn't matter.
have to be a Monday. We're always making Mondays worse than they have to be. And so we like to start on Mondays. Get through your Monday. Start your goal on a Tuesday. Pick a different day of the week, but it doesn't have to start on a Monday. It also doesn't have to start on the 1st. I think that's another thing about New Year's resolutions, and is that, we decide we're going to start these New Year's resolutions. We're going to start them on the 1st. But on the 1st, we're still on vacation, or we're still off of work, or maybe you went out too late last night, so maybe you're not prepared to really make the best decisions that you can make today because of lack of sleep, or you had a little to drink last night, or any of those things. And so you already set yourself up for failure by saying everything has to start on the 1st, because the 1st is it's got to be a day of
fun. You're
prepping for your reset, relax.
Yes.
Get your house cleaned up, recover from everything, recover from your week at work, whatever it is. But don't feel like it's got to be a hard and fast January 1st. I set this goal, and if it doesn't happen,
Yeah.
We're done.
And this episode is happening January 5th. So you've already had 4 days to make decisions or indecisions.
Yeah.
Or maybe fail already by not doing what you thought you were going to do. And it's
now,
okay.
Yeah, now we're going to prepare you for how to like set these goals right, start over, and follow them through.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about, and I'll include this structural tension chart, like we said. What you're going to start off with is you have to understand and be honest with yourself about where you are. Like, I lie to myself. I don't I don't think I lie to anybody. Well, intentionally. I mean, sometimes you do have to say, yeah, you look great in those pants. No. Anyway. But you really have to be brutally honest with yourself and say, okay, a healthy weight for me my healthy weight should be 125. So I'm basically 20 pounds over that weight. So I have to be brutally honest with myself and say, okay, that's where I that should be my goal, right? Or brutally honest with, French fries. I think I don't know if I told you this story, if we've talked about an episode, but I would tell Trishelle all the time go to lunch. I'd have 3 lunches in 1 week, and on the third lunch, I mean, they're like every other day or whatever. But by the third lunch, I'm like, oh, I'm going to order fries because I never order fries. And she goes, and I hardly ever eat out. I don't eat out hardly ever. And she's like, didn't you just eat out twice? And I went, yeah. And she goes, did you order fries? And I went, oh yeah, I did. So see, lied to myself. So you have to be honest about what your behaviors are with your food, what your relationship is with food.
If food is your goal that you're making. We'll talk a lot. I think we're definitely going to be focused a lot on making healthy choices, doing the best we can for our bodies when it comes to diet and exercise. But maybe you're on that track right now and you just want to make a really good reading plan for 2026 and you want to get some good reads in, or you want to make a great house cleaning plan to keep up on your housework. There's other ways to make all of this work, but when we're being honest with ourselves, that really can fall into any of those categories, because I can honestly say that when I sit down to read, the first thing I'm going to do is get distracted and I'm going to look at my phone and I'm going to do something else. And so what I try to do when I'm reading is I reward myself with the distraction. So I'm I'll read a chapter and then I can scroll through Facebook for a minute or whatever it was that I wanted to be distracted on my phone with, and then give myself a few minutes for that. I'll go read another chapter if I'm dedicating some time to reading. If you're trying to set a goal for your house cleaning, same thing. Start with the honesty though, because what do they say? What is done in the dark will always come to light. And we all know what we're talking about when we say that. You can say, oh, I clean my house and clean my house and clean my house and clean my house. And you walk through your house and you're like, I really should stop saying that because the house isn't that clean. They recommend that you should vacuum your house 1 day per week for every person that lives in your house and pet. So that means in my house, I should be vacuuming 4 days a week. That's not happening.
No.
But anyways, I digress. But we're being honest with ourselves, whether it's your eating habits, your exercise habits, whatever it is that the goal is that you're trying to set, start with your honesty.
Yeah. So, and that's what I'll always utilize. I'll talk about health goals because it's easier for me to put that into this understanding of this chart. But it is true. You can do it for a job and family, how you want your family to look, where you want your life to be, period. What, you want to be a great writer, or you want to be a doctor or lawyer or pastor.
Start school, go back to school.
Go back to school when you're, how old? 35?
I was 30. 34. I was 34 when I went back to school.
That was close. I was in between. Yeah. All around it. Okay, so you got to be honest with yourself, and then you pick what you want to change about your life, right? How you want to create a better life. And maybe, so something came up on Pinterest for me, and it was do you want to create a vision board for 2026? And I went,
yes,
I do. And I started putting things like different vacation places, and Kevin and I, it's not Kevin and I, but a couple on a beach, walking on the beach. So that was my vision board. So maybe you need to start with a vision board so that you even know what you want to do with this year. Mm-hmm. I also want to bring back from an episode where you talked about the 5 years and what you do in 5 years. And either way, the 5 years is going to pass.
Yeah.
So same thing with this year's going to pass.
This year's going to pass whether you do something with it or not. So you can either end this year the same way you started it, or you can end this year differently. That's how I went back to college, was the 4 years were going to pass either way. And eventually 4 years passed, plus 2. But now it's me with a degree. And before it wasn't me with a degree. So
Right. So see, you can do anything you set your mind to.
You can really do hard things. We're meant to do really hard things that we don't think we should be able to do. But when you have goals and you have structure and you are focused on those goals, you really can get there. I remember getting out of school and I went, well, now I can do anything. I mean, that was really hard. So if I could go to college and write papers while raising kids, I can do anything. So
while raising kids and working.
I'm still working on the anything part, but we're getting there.
Totally. You're totally getting there. So it's really good to just figure out where you want to see yourself in a year from now. And then what you're going to do is you will have like goals up top, where you are at the bottom. And then in between on this chart are the lines, and you're going to make these steps to create your healthy habits.
Right.
So whatever that looks like. Some people, it might be just creating a better morning routine so that your day goes a little better for you. And so that might be a goal that you want to create, that every morning you get up and you do, no phone for the first hour. Maybe you just sit with yourself and meditate or be in prayer, or stare at the sunrise, or whatever it is. Like just whatever habits that you want to create to help yourself to be more successful, whether it's emotionally, physically, or any of the things. For me, my goals are going to be weight related, and I have to tell you, anytime I've done one of these structural tension charts, and I've done a few of them, it's always been this rude awakening to myself, because I sit there and think I'm doing all these right things, and when I really take a close look under that magnifying glass, I'm like, I could do better.
Right.
I could do better. So what can you do better at? And how do you want to make those things happen? So for me, my goals are going to be to maintain this strength training, to maintain eating healthy, making healthy choices that way, and trying to lower my A1C.
Yes.
But to add in rest. Because I think that if you don't rest and take some downtime and do fun things, or just totally unplug and recharge yourself in whatever that looks like, I think that resting is really important to help you to reach any goal that you have. So anything that you do, it's not a perfection, right? It's
Say it louder for the people in the back,
right? Because I'm a preacher right now.
Well, I'm just one of those people where it's like all or nothing. I'm either going to do it perfect or I'm not going to do it at all. And I know a lot of you listeners out there can relate to me, because it almost can be debilitating at sometimes, because if you feel like you can't do it 100%, you just throw the towel in completely. So I was thinking while you're talking about it, I think for me, my goals are going to be the health related goals, obviously. So we're going to work on just really good, clean eating, keeping the exercise, gym, at home, whatever workouts in place. If I don't get out, then I have stuff to work out at home. So, getting that strength training done. And then also, I think you said rest, but for me, it's more like self-care. I think I like the word self-care.
Yes.
And I was thinking while we were talking about it that I respond really well to Post-it notes. And I know that sounds really silly, but as I'm listening to her, I thought, I wonder if I put like a Post-it note on my medicine cabinet in the kitchen, where I remind myself to take my medicine. I'm already opening it every day to look at my medicine. So what if when I opened it, it reminded me of one other morning good habit I could do? And what if I put a Post-it note on my bathroom mirror to remind me that I do have 5 more minutes at night or in the morning to put the eye patches on, or do the little face mask, or something extra that is self-care related in the bathroom, or you carving out time, like I said, carving out time to read. I actually created a whole new space in my home just to sit and relax and read. And I'm really enjoying just sitting in my space and being in that feels very self-care to me. But there's other ways you can self-care. For me, it'll also be Lego building, but we can talk about that some other time.
Yeah. Well, and that's very calming.
Yeah, it's very calming.
And you're using your creativeness.
Yes.
So that helps too. So whether you're doing if you're choosing to do healthy nutrition, there's carnivore diet, there's keto, there's Mediterranean, there's the DASH diet, which is good for your heart. And all these things you can find on YouTube or, ask ChatGPT.
Tons of good information out there. You just pick the one that's going to work best for you.
Yeah. This one, TikTok.
I get all my recipes on TikTok.
Yeah. So strength training, walking. So this is where we're different because I started off being like, I have to be perfect, like you, thinking I have to be perfect. But then what I found was I would say, well, I screwed up today, so I might as well just screw up the rest of the day. Right. So that's the yo-yo diet kind of mentality, is to so the other thing that's been hard for me, and a lesson that I've had to learn in giving myself grace, is that I've been working at getting healthy since February. I have lost 25 pounds and 14 inches. I still have a ways to go. And sometimes I do get frustrated that all the planets aren't in alignment for me or something.
Right.
Whatever it is, all the things are not aligning, and it's not happening
as fast
as I want.
Right.
And so I have to stop and go, give myself grace, and so that I can continue on the healthy choice path. Because if not, then I want to throw my hands up and just go, well, I'll just eat whatever I want and do whatever I want, and I'm not going to work out for, a day or two.
Right.
So for me, I just had this happen the other day where I had to have this epiphany of, well, it took me 2.5 years to put on this weight.
Yeah.
2.5 years. So why do I think it's going to take me 6 months to get it off?
Yeah. I think for me, it was like yo-yoing the 5 pounds up, 5 pounds down, 5 pounds up, 5 pounds down.
Yeah.
Always made me feel like, well, I already messed up. And I'm already back to 5 up, so I might as well just eat whatever I want today. And then I'd get 5 down, and as soon as I would lose track of something, start going up again. Oh, well, I already messed up that. Now I'm 40 down. Woohoo. And I feel like when I have a bad day and I mess things up, my thing is, I already lost 40 pounds. I can't have messed up that bad. It's not like I gained 40 pounds overnight just because I ate wrong this morning or I ate wrong last night. So I use that as I'm still way ahead of the game than I was any other time I've done this. I don't usually talk about this on here, but I've not ever been this successful in weight loss before. So being this far down, I'm like, I can't mess up at this point, even if I've had a bad meal here and there, or didn't go to the gym last week because it was Christmas and the schedule was just way wacky. Thanksgiving week, I was at the gym every day, so I don't understand what I did wrong this week, but I didn't go to the gym Christmas week. But again, I sit back and I do give myself grace of I'm okay.
Yeah, look what you've done.
Getting back on this horse is a lot easier when I'm already, trodden down the path, I guess.
Right. But for everyone out there, if you're just starting and you lose 2 pounds, the average, the healthy way to lose weight is 1 pound per week.
Right.
And then sometimes and more women than men.
Right.
I've coached men and women, and I always found that men could lose 40 pounds like that,
they think
4 or
about
5 months. Yeah, they quit doing one thing, and they're... So I hate them. No, I don't, but...
No, but we have to remember that men and women are made differently. Our metabolism and our muscle, all of that is very different.
Our hormones.
As much as we want to do it, don't compare yourself to men that because the way we lose weight and the way that they lose weight are very, very different. Yeah,
for sure. And that's what... We have so many hormonal things going on. We retain water more. Sometimes your scale might move in the wrong direction, move up, right? It might go up a pound or 2,
right?
But it might actually just be water retention.
Right.
It might be you ate something salty when you...
And we have to give ourselves grace for that because that happens. And like she said, 1 pound a week is great. And so if you're looking at long term, after a month, if you've lost between like 3 and 4 pounds, you're still on the right track. So whatever you're doing, keep that up, because it's all about, everyone always says diet and this I'm going to try this quick fix. It really is a full lifestyle change, and it's about making little habits every day that you build and add on. And so if you guys have this paper and you're looking at these action steps, think of these action steps as what's a small habit I can change every day. Because I already know one of mine is going to be tracking my water again. Because if I track my water, I'm going to drink the appropriate amount, which is 1 ounce per pound you weigh. So if you weigh 100 pounds, drink 100 ounces of water. You can do the rest of the math on your own, right? And so tracking my water is so good because it's going to help you with your metabolism, hydration. It's going to also help you with your gastric movement.
Right.
So you want
to flushing everything out of your system.
Keep
for sure.
Lots of water. So think of it as not just like big action steps of I'm going to lose 50 pounds and I'm going to read 100 books and that's not going to get you there. We're talking small, attainable goals that you can choose every single day to do to build into those goals.
Right. And if you're somebody that needs to lose weight, like us, you have a goal and it's a short-term goal, reevaluate your goal and be realistic and think, if I lose a pound a week and then maybe I fluctuate 5 pounds in the wrong direction. I mean, kind of include that and give yourself a longer time period and focus on longevity and creating health in yourself, because that's more important. What's happening inside your body is more important than what's happening on the outside.
Right.
How healthy you are is going to determine whether you're in an assisted living and unable to care for yourself, or you're 80 years old riding a bike in Florida.
And I think it's important also to just say that, these are general ideas, general structures that you can use and build from. If you are looking at changing your diet, changing the way that you exercise, starting a brand new plan, setting really high expectations or big goals for yourself, or you're going to hear some episodes later as we continue on this like health series. We're going to talk about GLPs and we're going to talk about other different types of diets and exercise that you can do. Consult your doctor. Make sure that what you choose to do for you is the best option for you, because we don't want anyone walking away from here going, pound a week in 40 weeks, I'm going to be down 40 pounds and I'm going to do all these crazy things to get there. That's not the goal. No. You have to do what's best for you, your body, your diet, your medications, and where you're at. Because, we are at an age of like perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause, all that sort of stuff is all happening right now. And I would assume that the majority of our listeners, you're probably in those premenopause, perimenopause, menopausal stages as well. So that looks different on everybody. And so definitely talk to your doctor if you're wanting to make some big changes.
Yeah. And get blood work that, check all your do the CBC, check your A1C, your thyroid, even do hormones. And we were interviewing someone today for a later episode, and they were saying, check out your community's health fair. A lot of people have health fair, and you can get a lot of those tests there. The other thing is compare you to you. So anytime I start anything, and I don't know, did you do this? I take pictures and I measure. Did you take a picture of yourself?
I didn't measure. I have plenty of pictures out there that I figured I didn't need to take an actual before photo, because there's plenty I'll compare to at some point. I did not measure. I regret the not measuring part. But I think compare you to you also means that you're not comparing you to somebody else. So don't compare yourself to your spouse, because again, they're not going to be on the same page as you at all. I also can't compare myself to Tammy. We're standing right now, and I am standing as slouchy as possible, because that's not how tall I am, and it just feels odd when you're now standing up tall.
I was slouching with you.
When she's slouching and I'm standing tall, this does not look right. But also, we're not the same height and we're not the same age. And so even if we wanted, or our goal weight seems similar to each other on a scale or on a chart somewhere, it doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to get there in the same way.
Right. And we're not going to look the same getting there either, because,
No.
you know, it's all body type. But and whatever works for you but it is important to go to the doctor and get all that done.
Yes.
I love the photos. I love the things. So how can we be resolute? And that is make a decision.
Yep.
Commit to whatever choice you're making for the year, right?
Yep.
Your choices: add more water.
Yep.
Keep your strength training.
Clean foods, eat clean foods.
We kind of have the similar saying.
Yeah. And I'm also going to add some reading. But I think for me, so one way that I've tried to start New Year's resolutions before, and I'm sure some of you have done this, I get a brand new planner, and I'm so excited about my new planner. And I just know I'm going to be in it every single day, and I'm going to look at that all the time and see all of the things. And I'll spend like the first week of January just making it pretty and writing all the birthdays in it. And then I don't know where it goes. And I never see the thing again. And it happens every year. Somebody was telling me around Christmas time, oh, look at this nice planner. You should get that. And I'm like, nope. I know better.
Yeah.
Because I'm setting myself up for failure. I need to try a different goal. And I honestly think I had that idea of the Post-it notes while we're sitting here talking. And if I stick a Post-it note on my bathroom mirror, stick one on my refrigerator, and stick one on my kitchen cabinet in the places that I need to remind myself, drink more water. So I'm going to fill my water bottle when I see that, or, you know, take my greens with my morning medication so I don't forget to do that, or go make some time to read in your room, whatever it is. But think of what will help you remember this goal every day. So you may take this and download it and fill it out, and then take it to work and make like 6 copies of it. And leave one in your car, leave one in your purse, and leave one in your room, and leave one in your kitchen, so that you're looking at your goals all the time. Or write these goals on little Post-it notes and stick them up everywhere, because that's what I'm going to do. Or another thing that I find really helpful, you can change your backgrounds on your phone to have multiple like quotes that rotate every hour. So if you do that and you have one of your goals pop up every hour, because we're looking at these all the time, right? Grabbing our phones. If you look at it and you're trying to look at your notifications, and what you see in the background is some goal or affirmation, mine's affirmations right now, then you're reminding yourself, oh, my phone just said, drink more water. I'm going to remember to drink more water. Just some tips for you.
That. Yep. And then you can habit stack, and that comes from the book, The Atomic Habits. And that's a really good audiobook to listen to, Atomic Habits, or to read also. But yeah, habit
there's
stacking.
Workbooks and
Oh, yeah, he's got all kinds of things.
Yeah.
But yeah, habit stacking is a really good way to help with your commitment goals. So you just tie in whatever new habit you want to create. And for me, I have to do dailies. I can't do well, every other day I'm going to do yoga after coffee.
Right.
No, I have to do every day I'm going to do yoga after coffee.
Yeah.
Or, or it doesn't happen, because if I slip up and don't do something for one day, then I'm jumped.
Right.
So, and then the other thing is keep recommitting after you do have setbacks, and we all have them.
Right.
I'm telling you right now, and I'll tell you in multiple episodes, our line from here's where we are, and our goal is up here. It does not look like this.
No.
It looks like this. Doop,
Yep.
doop, doop. It's a roller coaster ride.
But your average is going to go like this, as
Yeah.
long as you're continually recommitting yourself to going back up again.
Right. So, yeah, give yourself grace and don't be hard on yourself and think, well, screwed up for today. I might as well just go ahead and eat that box of donuts.
We're taking that right on out of our vocabulary this year. And I encourage you guys all, if you would, jump in the comments, send us a message, stop us in the street, call us on the phone, whatever you want to do, and let us know, you know what, I'm going to try a vision board this year. I really want to do a vision board. I'm going to put it up in this place where I'm going to look at it all the time and reach my goals. I'm going to try Post-it notes. I'm going to use a planner, because some of you are really good with planners. I envy you, because I wish I could be that person. But if your planner is going to now be somewhere where you're keeping track of your goals every week, let us know. What are you doing to keep track of your goals this year? And, how are you holding yourself accountable? Let us know so that we can share that with everyone, and we can keep giving each other more helpful tips.
Yeah, which we have a Facebook page. It's Beautiful Chaos. So you can find us on there and comment for sure. Or if you're watching us on YouTube, comment here. You can also go to beautifulchaos.buzzsprout. No, excuse me, beautifulchaos1 healthybody.buzzsprout.com.
Yep.
And you can send us fan mail. You can actually email us through there if you want, and we'll respond to you right away. But you can share your goals, because it does work better when we work in a community.
Yep. Absolutely.
Community of like-minded people. You're more
Yes.
like the 5 people that you surround yourself. So what if we all surround ourselves, and there's 200 or 300 of us?
Positive, like-minded, goal-oriented, strong, healthy women. That's what we are.
Healthy women, because we are. So thank you. And again, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And stay
Empowered.